Ahoy, crypto pirates! Welcome to your Discord Syndicates FN Hangout. I'm the captain, your Captain RG3, and I ain't going nowhere. In spite of SJ's clickbait telling you that this is the final episode or the final FN, it is not the final FN. It's the final FN for this month. For here, I will be out on the road for the next little while. I'll be on the road for a little while, and I'll be doing the effing from my destinations. Let me see who is here. I ain't going nowhere, guys. Job's not done. Job is not done. Let's say hello to everybody. Hey, what's happening? Side effects. Joshua, welcome. Optimal timeline to you too. And Mail. Hey, what's up, Mail? Rip City Hex, arg to you. Oh, who else? Melf Tony, good evening to you, our Hexican wonder. Always taking care of the chats. Thank you. Gina Meinhardt. Zenith, got to hang out with Zenith in Vegas. Good times, buddy. Good times. Food was pretty good too, wasn't it? No way is this the final. No, it is not the final. But I will be doing some, I'm not going to be surfing, that's for sure. But I will be in Nazaré, this month. Right now, the surf report, hold on a second. Let's take a look at this. This is insane. Right now, 30 to 35 foot waves right now. That's what we got, 30 to 35 foot on Nazaré. If you've never surfed and you've gotten out on a wave that's 2 to 3, that sounds small, right? 2 to 3. 2 to 3 is about all any of you would ever want to go out and swim and surf or try and surf in. Those of you who are not surfers, who have never surfed, you couldn't surf a 3-foot wave. You couldn't. Just doesn't happen. Once you get into like 4 to 6, then it's fun for surfers. 6 to 8 is where it starts getting challenging. Anything over 8 foot. Yeah, I'll be pissing your pants. 8 foot plus. Forget about it. Stylus 19. The final effing crazy. Guess the gas station bills finally ran out. Yeah, no. And yes, I am leaving. I am going to be going on a surf trip. But I won't be getting in the water at Nazaré, not at 30 to 35 foot waves. No, that's tow out waves. You got to have a jet ski and everything out there to do all that stuff. And yeah, man. Yes. Who else? Hey, SJ's in the chat room. She's also in the green room. Thanks to SJ for all the hard work that she does. Let's see. The community is too toxic. Stylus 19, what's happening? Congrats on lasting this long. It's been a wild ride the last 5 years. The community isn't toxic. The community is just backed up. It needs a good enema is what it needs. That's what the community needs is a good enema. Styles truly miss the early days. Yeah, I do too, man. I do too. You know, when we all just hang out and watch Hexo every day and do an effing hangout on Fridays and just shoot the shit and learn a little bit about what was going on in Hex and figuring it all out and wada. Those were the good old days. Mr. Chip says, hey all, here's to hoping the verdict comes soon in the case against Richard. Yeah. Let's hope that we do see something soon. I hope that we do. Let's see, going to be rude and watch this. Ralph Afghanistan. Visiting family. Attaboy. Hello, Ralph Afghanistan's family. How are you all doing? How in the hell are you all doing, family? Ralph Afghanistan is an upstanding human being, and you should all feel lucky to have him in your family. How's that, Ralph? Let's see. EHEX is at 0.029. Hey, okay. And 0.014 for some PHEX. We're moving a little bit, I guess. What's up, PTG Space? Let's fucking go. Yes. Stars are aligning. Our time is coming. Let's go, PulseChain. Yes, 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 yes. Dividends, self-custody. Cassie. Hey, what's up, Cassie? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Who else is in here? I think we've got everybody chit-chatting now. Did you know that Queen Pooey buys and burns PGC UFO and you earn Pulse from holding and providing LP? Brilliant. Hey, good on you guys, man. Good on you guys. Go, go, go. I'm rooting for all the projects on PulseChain. You guys too. Panama incoming. Yeah, Panama. That's going to be this week after this. Well, that's where I'm headed to first. I'm going to Panama, go hang out with Randy Hilarski and all of his guys. Just freaking love those guys, man. Love those guys. He's an OG, been around for a long time. Glad it's not the actual final one. I was scared for a second. Yeah. I was looking at the title after SJ put it up, and I was like, there was a moment of relief, like, it's over. It's over. Yes. Guys, I'm coming to watch the movie. Make me some popcorn too. Oh man, no, it's not final yet. It's not. One of these days I'm going to get to rest. If it was the final F, and Knipple should be showing up. Yeah, he should. Look at Dorsey got a timeout before the freaking show even started. Dorsey, come on, man. There's plenty of positivity in the PulseChain community. Yeah, there is. There's plenty of positivity. My boy Monkey. I'm nostalgic about the early days, but equally excited about the future. Damn straight. I mean, come on. We've only been around for 5 years, really. Like 5 years is nothing. Nothing. I mean, Ross just did 11 years on his freaking head in the joint. Now he's a free man. Isn't that cool? Bravo. Bravo. Good job, Ross. I'm glad you're out. Now keep your nose clean. We need more pirates out here. He is the Dread Pirate Roberts, you know. So we have another non-incarcerated pirate out there, and that's Dread Pirate Roberts coming out here to join us on the 7 Seas of Crypto. Hello, Sandy Beach. My lady, welcome. Welcome. Darnweeg, what's up, dude? Jose Cuervo. Good to see you. Good to see you. Duraj. Bye-bye, FN Hangout. You going to come sing us a song, buddy? The last FN, is that just clickbait? It was SJ's idea. It was SJ's idea. Yeah, it was her idea. She said, put it up there. What do you think of this? And I said, oh, sure. At first I was like really relieved that it was the last one, but it wasn't. It's never over. We all come to watch the movie with you all. Yeah. Because of the time change. I don't know what she says. She's hailing me. Gotcha. So the reason for effing is it's going to be the FA, because it's going to be the Friday afternoon hangout. But I don't think the FA hangout really rings. I don't like it. I don't like FA hangout. That's like SA hangout. That's an essay. Like, anyway, the FA hangout. No, it's still the effing hangout. The effing goddamn hangout with RG to the motherfucking 3. Let's see who else is in here. Lazy Hexican SJ appears. Just kidding. SJ disappears is what he said. Well, welcome, hello, and thank you all for coming and spending your Friday night. You bunch of non-activity having motherfuckers on a Friday night. Are you kidding me? Game changer right here, guys. Game changer. You know what this is? This is 44 grams of protein in a lemonade drink. Lemonade. Not a big, thick, freaking clumpy shake. Lemonade. Like you can sip on lemonade and get an extra 44 grams of protein. Love that. FA equals FN. Side effects. Really? Really, bro? Really? That is uncalled for. So anyway, welcome everybody. This is your show. You can come in, come join us, hang out, talk, chit chat, or just sit there in the chat room, watch and toss things at us. But yeah, what a wonderful week we've had. We've been really cranking on the PulseChain tour, the Pulse 369 tour, which I gotta admit, I ain't thrilled about the name. I really am not thrilled about the name, but hey, we'll go with it, right? Pulse 369. It's so crypto. It's so crypto. But anyway, whatever. Pulse 369 event in Vegas. It's really stepping up. The prize. So we have prize crypto for the golf tournament. If you're not a golfer, man, come anyway. What if you win? What if you accidentally score a good game? There is going to be, at this point, it's like 35 grand in prizes in crypto. Now, if we get a pump before then, that could well be, it was at one time, it was over 50 grand. But one of the cryptos that was in that bucket got a little shakeout and dipped. And now that bucket is about 35 grand. But that crypto bucket could be worth, that could be worth, who knows, end of the bull run here, $500,000 or something for that prize. That's a big deal. I think we're going to put the biggest crypto golf tournament prize out that has ever been put out. Ever. Yes, that is going to be cool. Noob slices the ball hole in one. Yep. And then they win all the crypto. So anyway, so the Pulse 369 event in Vegas is going to have a golf tournament. That golf tournament is going to be prizes in crypto. And we like that because we seem to get a lot of participation from people in the golf world. People from outside of crypto come in. And that's what we really want to do is reach out. We love you guys. We definitely love the community, especially Hexicans and the PulseChain community. We really do love you guys. But man, we need more value in this space, guys. We need money coming in. I was talking about that this morning, and it's really about adoption and number going up instead of this incestuous stealing each other's money out of our back pockets and putting it back in the other guy's pocket and all that stuff. It's getting old, and people are tired of it. And we've seen it within the community with all the angry little crybaby douchebags that we have out there, putting in SEC filings and, and crying and calling people scammers and all that other shit. We've seen it. We heard you all. Quit crying. It's going to be over soon. Your bull market's going to come. However, until then, we've got to figure out ways to make outreach, to get out there and bring other people. Because it's people don't understand that for anything to get value and go up, people have to buy it. More people buying it, the price goes up. That's what we need. That's what we need. We need more people coming in. So, time to onboard again. Your friends are calling you. I know they are. And they're asking about, Dogecoin. They're asking about Bitcoin. They're asking about all those things. Tell them what's really up. Tell them about DeFi. I had a call with somebody the other day was telling me, yeah, I just don't know how to talk to them, and then give them all the answers to what's going on. You don't have to. Point them to some videos. Point them to our videos. Point them to Crypto Coffee's videos. I mean, if you go into Crypto Coffee's YouTube and you can't find some good information, you got problems. Go into his YouTube. Go in there in the early days and look at how he was talking about staking, talking about T-shares, talking about Hex, talking about the adoption amplifier. Send people to those streams and let them go look at them and let them figure it all themselves. I know Dorsey. You don't have any friends. We know that. That's why you're here. That's why you troll the chat rooms on the FN Hangout on a Friday night. But you have us as your friends. We're your friends, Dorsey. We're your friends. So anyway, the onboarding process, we need to make better outreach. We need to make more outreach, start tapping into other sources. And that's what the PulseChain Tour is trying to do in Vegas with the golf tournament, is to reach out and get some people that may not normally be in crypto, but they will be exposed to it. Because the last golf tournament we had some winners, and those winners didn't happen to be crypto people. So they had to sit down and figure out how to make wallets. They made wallets and they had to crypto deliver. And now those folks are converted crypto people. So that's how it's got to be done. That's how we got to do. We got to just keep trying to outreach and get to people. Let's see. Melv Tony's got a question. I'm putting this one up on the board, man. What do you think about the new SEC chair? I hear they are reviewing Gensler cases. Well, he's no stranger, obviously, to the SEC. There's a reason why he's there, and he is crypto friendly. So good news for us. Every time you turn around, there's somebody new being put in a new cabinet position or in a new bureaucracy position that is crypto friendly. You're starting to see. I read a story today about Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett just invested in an offshore crypto bank, and I believe it's in South America somewhere, or Mexico or something. But Warren Buffett, Mr. Crypto is poison, I won't ever touch that stuff with a 10-foot pole, has literally just invested in a crypto bank. Now, if that ain't a hint and a half for your ass, look, man, that guy has made no major errors. No major errors. He has slipped up here and there. He missed a little bit of the tech bubble. But I'll tell you what, when it comes to investing, when it comes to making money, when it comes to understanding markets, there is no team better on this planet than that of Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett. Nobody tops those guys. Those guys have done it. Munger, we lost this last year. But I'm telling you, those guys, they don't make any big missteps. Rarely have they. And their Berkshire Hathaway stock has tore everything else up out there. They know what they're doing. So for them to even get that close to crypto is a very bullish sign. So let's see. Hagaseth just confirmed. Oh, cool. We got a drunk for our Secretary of Defense. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's gonna be a whole. I'm telling you guys, this is gonna be funny. This is gonna be funny. Oh, brother, man, oh man, oh man. You can't make this shit up. We're gonna have a good time, guys. We're gonna have a good time. Ross is out of prison. We got drunks the Secretary of Defense. Woo! This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. I cannot. Well, we knew that was what it was going to be, was a tiebreaker. The only other way it could have went is if what's his name, McConnell. If McConnell would have voted, no, and they would have had, all of their. If they would have had two other Republicans somehow not vote, I mean, it would have took that much. But you kind of knew that the tiebreaker was going to go. And then, of course, JD Vance being the vice president. If you don't know, the vice president, if there's a tie in the Senate for any type of vote, confirmation, whatever, then the vice president gets to make that deciding vote. So that's how that happened. So yeah, good on them. Just get this stuff done. Get it on the board. Go let these people prove themselves or disprove themselves or whatever. That's what I always say. Let them do it. I am rooting for President Trump. I want him to go out there and do good and make the world a better place. So let's hope that he does that. And so far, it's looking good for crypto. That is for sure. That is for sure. McConnell voted no. Oh, okay, so McConnell did vote no. And then, of course, who's the other two? Shoot, the two ladies, the two lady senators that were voting against him. So, gosh, I can't remember their names, but anyway, that was probably the other two that were voting against him, McConnell, and then so that made the tie. That's what did it. But yeah, JD break the tie. So anyway, we have a drunk as our Secretary of Defense. Whoa, oh, Murkowski. Yeah, Murkowski. Collins and Murkowski. That was it. Those are the two. McConnell doesn't know where he is. Hey, he reminds me of that turtle in Bugs Bunny. Remember the turtle doesn't have any chin. That's who he reminds me of when you see him with his face. It looks like that turtle. He did his job. He's done. He's about ready to retire anyway. He's done his deal. Anyway, so yeah, PulseChain tour, Vegas golf event, going to be fabulous. Also, for those of you out there, project wise, that are building on PulseChain, I want you guys to get involved in the Pitch Fest. I want you to think about, speaking at the Pitch Fest. We need some more projects coming out. Win some money, and that prize might be growing too. So let's get some numbers on the board. Let's get some projects out there. We want you guys to go out and shake babies and kiss hands at the event, and have a grand old time of it. Show people who you are, what you're made of. And maybe win some prizes, because that's going to be another cool event. And then, of course, we have all the speakers that are going to be there. Let's go real quick through the lineup, because I would like to. Let's see. What is my website? Right. Gosh, I still never have learned how to type. Oh, how come it came to that? Apply for speaker. Oh, was that sound? There is sound on this thing? Do we have sound on it? Events, Pitch Fest, Pulse Masters. Oh yeah, it's when you. Oh, look at that. When you mouse over things, it makes noise. I think. I could be wrong. Here it is. Hold on. Share the screen. Yes, I'm going to share the screen. I'm trying to open this up first before I share the screen, because I just watched a YouTuber share his seed words with everybody on YouTube. Has anybody ever seen that? He's like going through charts and shit, and he flips the screen, and it was his seed words. And his wallet got drained right there live on stream. That was freaking great, man. That was great. All right, let's add this to the screen. Share the screen. I should have had you pull it up, huh? Instead of doing that whole thing. Let's see. No, not Ticketmaster. See, should have had the. Let's grab this one. Is this the one? No, I don't want that. Not entire screen, just a tab. There we go. There it is. PulseChain Tour. Goodness gracious, it was hiding from me. There we go. So here it is, the PulseChain Tour live. If we go down here, oh, look at those lovely folks. For everybody who don't know, that's Kaylin, KC, and the lovely A Wild SJ. And yours truly, looking too cool for school. Let's see. I think... where is my conference? Here we go. You go to events, you go to conference. Look at there. We got dollar cost and our in-house lawyers, and We've got even some famous YouTubers in there. Everybody at the what do you call it event? The shooting range that we all went to. Let's go down here. Okay, so let me show you the speaker panel we have. So of course I will be there emceeing and speaking now and then with panels and whatnot. But first speaker we have is Zach Conine. Zach Conine is the treasurer of Nevada, crypto friendly. We helped him to get his reelection, his last election period, and he won. He won. He's very grateful, and he wants to know about DeFi crypto from us, from the Hexicans. So he's going to be there to speak to you and mingle and talk and do all that stuff. So Zach Conine, basically access to the political world for us. And then we have Crypto Coffee, the beautiful nephew of mine. Guys, Coffee is so good at YouTube videos and TikToks and all that stuff and informational stuff. Guys, got to go check him out. If you don't, Crypto Coffee on Twitter. And what is it? He's got a YouTube channel. He's got TikToks. He's got it all. And he's really good at it and really good to send to people if you want them to learn about crypto. Yes. Then there will be Marlon Williams. He is the PulseChain Foundation's founder, one of the founders. Putting up the Pitch Fest, sponsoring it, out there in the political world, doing really good stuff. Doing really, really good stuff. Good work. And we're glad to have him on our team. Of course, everybody knows a Wild SJ. She produces the show. She does everything here on the tour. And she is also going to be speaking and doing a couple panels herself. Axis Live. You guys all know him, right? With his Axis token and the master of the charts. He is a guru in crypto and has a mentor that is phenomenal in the fiat world. So he is a well-versed gentleman. Randy Hilarski, Nope token. What do you call it? No permissions. Crypto bro, been around, connected all over the place in crypto. Been around since the beginning of Hex. Crispy Man, same thing. Fire. He has just been a stellar streamer, supporter. Comes to all of our events and loves a good cigar, like myself. Let's see. B Roots. Everybody knows B Roots. Had a good time with B Roots in Texas last time I was out there. Nuclear Herbs, again, our in-house lawyer. And Dale, he's with Project Pi. They won the Pitch Fest last year, and his partner Christopher Powell. They will both be speaking. Awesome. And everybody knows Dollar Cost Crypto and Cultivate Crypto from DCC's show in Vegas there. Actuator Finance, we got William coming in, and he is going to be speaking too. And the lovely Whitney Magic with her Ladies in Crypto platform. She's going to be there. The Ascending Man DGen Roundtable will be there. Of course, Zenith also. Is Will going to be there? Where's Will? Why is not Will on here? Will not coming? Will, you better get in your truck and get your butt to Vegas. Alexander from 404 Mall will be there speaking to you, to all of you. Queen Wiki, if you haven't heard Queen Wiki, she is awesome. Just knowledgeable and experienced in finance. Been around the world, lived abroad, you name it. She's done it in fiat. She's done it in crypto. To have wisdom in this space is huge. So to have her speaking is going to be awesome. Corey Geary, our real estate local. What is it with the reverse picture on Corey? Can we get a better picture of Corey in there? Dane from DeFi Crypto Alliance. Yeah, DCA. Gonna have Dane there. And Chris also. And of course, Coach X from the X protocol that I spoke to yesterday morning. Anyway, and here, this little button here is for applying to speak. I don't know if that's still available. I think that we have already filled up all the slots. I would like to also announce that we have a partnership with Liquid Loans. They're going to be part of the tour also, and bringing it to you. they'll have representation there, and so Liquid Loans is going to be with us, and a whole bunch of other projects. So anyway, that's it. That's what's going down. That is the PulseChain Tour speaker lineup that you get to experience if you come in and hang out. Now, the other thing you can do is go to the VIP event. Now, the VIP event is not for everybody. It's a little pricier. It's not anything like, those $5,000, $6,000, $8,000 freaking seminars that you go to, the VIP events and all that stuff. No. We've kept it reasonable. You go in there and look at all the pricing on the tickets. Our ticket pricing is reasonable. Just to get into the event itself is very inexpensive. If you can, you can go stay at Circus if you want, right? I wouldn't suggest it unless you like the smell of stale carpet. I don't know, that they need to blow that place up. The Circus needs to be torn down, and they need to put a better hotel there, because that land is being wasted or they could just turn it into a garbage dump. Just start throwing trash on top of it and turn it into a garbage dump. But I'm sorry, man, Circus is, its days are over. Its days are over. That place, it just smells horrendous. Like, have you ever been into one of those bars, like in your neighborhood, that like has been there for like 50 years and haven't never changed the carpet? It just smells like stale beer. Oh gosh, that's what Circus smells like. And the rooms aren't any better. And they probably have dead hookers in the mattresses. So yeah, Circus is what did Tori say? Nothing worse than stale piss filled carpets. Exactly, man. Exactly. That place is wretched. So wretched. Anyway, mildew. Yeah, mildew, all kinds of stuff. It was just awful place. But anyway, the VIP event is going to be phenomenal. You get all of the lunches, the special dinners. And when I say special dinners, I don't mean, that you get to have dinner with me. Oh, hold on 1 second. I know. Okay. I'm being told that I'm supposed to use my notes. Let me use the notes. So the Pulse 369 event, March 6th through the 9th. How clever. March 6th through the 9th, right? Yeah. Anyway. So Thursday is the opening evening. They're going to have a reception, DJ, boom, 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 rocking, badass laser show, the whole shebang shaboom. That's for everybody. Who's going to get to hang out and do that and have fun. 7th and the 8th is when you get to see the speakers and the pitch fest and Zach and Nuclear Herbs and speaking legal stuff, and X and all those folks are going to be talking on those 2 days. And then on the 9th is the PulseChain the Pulse Masters Golf Tournament. Why isn't it the Pulse 369 Masters Golf Tournament? Can we fix the name? Pulse 369 Masters Golf Tournament? Isn't that more proper? Okay. Anyway, Pulse Masters Golf Tournament, which is Casey's baby, so I should better stop messing around. She's gonna whoop my ass. I'm sorry. This is the first Pulse Masters Golf Tournament. And yes, Kaylin put the first one on, and she's putting on this one too, which is the Pulse 369 Masters Golf Tournament. You guys are going to make me end up saying it. So so anyway, we're going to have, like I said, there's going to be representation at each hole. So some of the projects will be there, and there'll be fun stuff going on, prizes and giveaways and games and stuff like that. Now the VIP access is going to get you into the VIP lounge, which is where, a lot of the speakers will be hanging, probably Zach, the Treasure Nevada, all those folks will be hanging there, and, there'll be ample VIP amenities there for you to enjoy. It also includes the executive lunch, and all the networking dinners. So the networking dinners means you get to mingle with everybody, that is in the VIPs, and usually that is people building devs projects, all of the influencers, that kind of stuff. You get a way cooler swag bag, just like way cooler swag bag. That's what I was told to say. A cooler swag bag, but you will get a cool swag bag. So it's basically the upgraded experience to go and hang out with everybody and do the thing. But you can do it on a budget too. You can. Oops, I'm in trouble, man. I need to shut up. By the way, so coming up really shortly, the block discount rates on the hotels are ending February 1st. So you need to go February 1st. Use code RG3. Is it RG3 or is it Captain? No, it's just RG3. And you can go in there and get yourself 10% discount. And yeah, that's that. So that's what's going on with the PulseChain tour, or the Pulse 369 Vegas event that we will be doing here. Gosh, I'm getting all kinds of notes coming in. Anyway, let me see. There was something in the chat I want to grab. What? Let's see, Moondog said, let me pull it up so I can read it better. I was so nervous I spilled my drink in my lap when the captain showed up to historic Hexican Halloween hearing dinner. True story. I can't remember. Oh yes, I do remember now. I do. Yeah, I do. Lots of good times. I'm just going to go ahead and talk about this because Bro Trader, you asked and you're going to get it. All right, let's get into crypto here and my opinion on all of this and what I think of Sack Daddy. So it says RG3, do you think RH will use Sack funds to pump our bags? No, and hell the fuck no. He shouldn't. He wouldn't. He never should. Never. It's ridiculous to even, put that narrative out there, to even say anything about it. Now, we know, oh boy, I'm in trouble. They're all showing up in my green room. Would you guys come on in here before they gang up on me? Uh-oh.
Too late.
I feel like I've been summoned.
Too late.
What?
This is Discourse Syndicate, correct? Are we on Discourse Syndicate?
SJ, are you a narc?
What are you doing?
Excuse me?
Right now?
Are you? Stitches get stitches, you know.
On the internet,
summoned.
anyone can tune in and watch it.
What?
She's been watching. It's it's the FN Hangout. It's a community show, right? You say it's your show. It's our show. We watch the show.
Yeah.
I mean, the butcher job that you just did on talking about our very hard work, all the work and planning we have been doing for you to butcher it the way you just did.
And I gave
not the promoter you want, but the promoter you deserve.
Wow.
I think I did a damn good job. I've been up since 0:30 this morning working on this.
So here's what we're going to do is we're going to actually let Kaylin do.
You just kicked the captain off his own show. No, I don't want to bore the audience going through the whole thing again. But there were just a couple things that I was like, come on, man. Come on. No, Postmasters golf tournament, because this isn't the first time we've done it, right? This is the second time around. So we don't just up and change the name out of nowhere. And Cap, everyone loves 369. Let it go already. Just let it go. Bring him back. Bring him back, because he needs to feel my...
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, that's enough of that shit. They mutinized me.
Inaccurate. This is what happens when we have controls. Do you see this? That's
I didn't say that it was the first Pulse Masters golf tournament. You started saying it in the notes, and I'm like, what are you talking about? The first. Kaylin did it first. Oh, Kaylin did it first. Gotcha. Now that makes sense. But I was like, okay, so we should rename it then. It should be the Pulse 369.
Look at that beautiful logo.
It's
Why would we
beautiful. You
change
guys have
that?
done great work on all
Why would
of
we
the
change
logos.
that?
Caitlin did that all by herself.
And
no, I can't even take credit for that. That's my guys over at RPE. You know, those guys have been helping me out since I got started in all this event stuff. And so when I was doing the Postmasters golf tournament, I, put it out to the community. I said, hey, anybody want to help me make a logo? And right away, they messaged me and we worked together and they did a beautiful job. I would never change it. I love it. As long as it's in Vegas, that's the logo.
Nice.
Interesting.
Well, Kaylin, lastly, is there anything? I don't know. Lastly, but hang out as long as you want. But what would you? What's your pitch? I feel like there's some fire.
Yeah. Well, number one, just because of time, if you are coming to Vegas and you want a little, reduction on your hotel costs, that group link is going to be expiring in, I want to say about a little more than a week. What was it? February 4th?
February 1st.
Okay. Somewhere around there.
It's February 1st. Wait.
We like to tell people a couple days early, just, so that they hop on it.
Okay. I'm just making sure. I just wanted to make sure I was right.
That your notes were right. Yeah, we have to tell you. We have to always give you a couple extra days, just to make sure. So no, that's coming up in the early part of February. RG said a lot of great things about the speakers, so I don't need to go over that, but do want to give shout outs to other sponsors. Of course, Liquid Loans is now with us. But from the very beginning, I always have to give so much love to both 9-inch. Hexy Bastard has always been a huge supporter of the tour and everything that we do. And then also the Solid Index, that whole group right there, that Axis, Solid X, Nope, and Fire. Those guys have always shown us a lot of support, speaking at multiple events, and now being a financial contributor as far as a sponsor. Then we have some newer projects that I'm really excited to learn more about with the Actuator Finance, Project Pi. They went from pitching in the Pitch Fest to becoming a sponsor. That's the type of growth that we've seen with them, and they're just doing great things, showing us how we can be validators even without our own in-house system. Who else we got? One of the little guys that I'm really excited to hear from is Crypto Graphics. You guys know that before I got into crypto, I was in education for a long time. So that's always going to be a big passion of mine. And he focuses on tools like in-person tools that you can use for onboarding. So love what he is doing. We got the DeFi, I don't want to butcher it, DeFi Crypto Alliance. They have their product, the DeFi Wealth Trust, to help you learn about how you can delay. I don't want to say avoid crypto taxes, but you can delay your crypto taxes and kind of alternate into other asset classes and then back into crypto when the prices are going up. I don't want to miss anybody. I should just pull it up because I really hate to miss people that have shown us this kind of support. But Coach X with X Protocol, he also is representing for PTGC. So that is a very interesting little ecosystem there that I'm excited to learn more about with PTGC and UFO. Who am I missing? Help me, guys.
Oof.
I
You
need
went
to
through the whole
put,
speaker list.
I think you nailed it. I mean, other than you said Axis and all them, you grouped them together. Pi, Beirut.
No. My guys, the PulseChain, the Cabal.
Oh, the Cabal.
The Cabal.
So that's
This was a group of individual projects that wanted to, come together in order to get their sponsorship. And to me, that's like what PulseChain is all about, unifying, for a cause. So they, came up with their own logo just now to, show their alliance. So it is King Pui and Queen Pui and Bets in crypto, that project. And then it's also MCR Steakhouse, and it is Fast Abdul with 2 fucks. So yeah, that is the new PulseChain Cabal.
The Cabal.
Let's lean into it, right?
I agree.
So yes,
I agree.
we got some awesome projects coming out here. And right now I have a whole team that is working on trying to bring in some golf influencers and possibly some golf sponsors, some of the different brands for the Postmasters. Like RG said, it's always been a big focus of mine with this tournament to bring in people from the outside. Golfers have a lot of expendable income, a lot of extra time on their hands. And so to me, that is a perfect target audience for bringing in new crypto users. So the golf tournament, I'm hoping to see some new people out there, and maybe some influencers, get us in front of some new audiences, do some joint streaming.
Yeah, hopefully some ladies too. If you all remember, if you were there back in the day, I did this commercial and I said, we're going to wash your balls. We're going to wash your balls so good at this hole. Come to our hole. Come to the ladies' hole and get your balls washed.
Oh man, I would love part 2 of that. I gotta give a big shout out to my girl CZ. I know she's probably not watching. Maybe somebody will send her a clip to let her know that I still love her. Sometimes she has to take a step back. I actually seen her put out a post today. Like PulseChain is like that toxic ex-boyfriend that you just keep going back to, even though he just doesn't always treat you right. I was like, no, CZ, don't put it like that. You just gotta wait for that ring, lady. You just gotta, you can't just jump right in there. You just gotta be patient. But no, she
gotta be more than patient. But yeah, patience works.
Yeah, she was a huge part of getting that Hex Ladies hole together, and all the marketing behind that. I would love to be able to rally our ladies again to be able to do that.
That's an individual thing, right? You don't have to have a coin or a project to come and be a part of this.
No.
Like we all pitched in as community members and sponsored that hole together. So that's an option for people if they want. I wanted to say too, just back to the PulseChain Cabal. How cool is that? That instead of paying for just the one project to have their one table, right? They all pitched in together, and now all of those coins are represented at this event. Oops, sorry.
Yep.
Gotta check out my plants, guys.
Is that your alarm to go hug your plants?
Yeah.
I have to tell them that they're beautiful and that they can grow really well through the night, even though I'm not watching. It's okay for them.
That's not a joke, guys. She really does that. Like we've been out, like we were all walking down the street in Texas one day, and SJ saw this tree, and she ran straight for it, ran for it. And I'm like, what is she doing? And she jumped around and put her arms and legs around this tree and hugged this thing. And
dude, multiple cities.
Yeah,
she did it in Florida.
Charlotte.
She did it. She did it in a few places.
It doesn't matter where I am. I'm gonna hug a tree.
Was that Canada? We did that hike that we went up into the.
Oh yeah, let's not bring that up again. Excuse my language, but
I had to plan. Oh, go ahead.
You dragged me out into the wilderness. Come on, guys.
Come on. I had to plant 2 trees in my backyard because I didn't have any.
I was crip walking through that forest.
Yes.
Yeah. I was scared for my life.
Well, everywhere we went, there was signs of people who had died there. Like, don't step over here. Somebody
Yeah.
died here. Like,
Yeah.
and it wasn't just once. There was like 30 signs everywhere we went. There was somebody died here. Don't go past
Someone
this
jumped
fence.
from this spot.
Somebody jumped from here. And I was like, God damn, people were dying.
I did that trail barefoot. I just remember that.
Oh yeah. You're
Yeah.
such a hippie. You actually got in that fucking tree.
He got in a
You
tree.
climbed
That was
inside of that tree.
I did.
Oh,
It
you're
felt great.
such a
I
hippie.
want that. I
All
want
right.
that.
The show is going downhill very quickly now. Okay, you've lambasted me enough. Thank you so much, ladies, and for straightening out the tour and that I didn't screw it up too bad. I hope that it's all fixed and everybody understands what it is. Let's get back to it. I got to get back to crypto. People got crypto questions, and I'm going to go answer them.
Oh gosh. Adios.
Thank you. Oh, hey, all fun and games aside, those ladies are awesome. When it comes to you and the community, they are doing all of this for you guys. Everything that they've put together here, the tours, the events, the golf, the dinners, the meetups, it seems effortless to them, but they work extremely hard. And my hat goes out to them. I definitely couldn't do it without them. They could definitely do it and probably do it better without me, but I could not do it without them. That is for sure. And Casey, like when it's game time, like when she's out and everybody's having a good time, she's a social butterfly. Everybody loves her, having a good time. But when she's got her game face on, when she's working, back off, buddy. Back off, get away, and don't ever cross her, because she is on a mission and she's going to get that mission done. And that's who she is. She is awesome, and she does it for you guys. She does it. It's a thankless job. There isn't hardly any money in it because the captain pays her in 2 limes and a lemon so she doesn't get scurvy. Yeah, she is the best. Now I'm going to answer a question, because one of my buddies is in the green room, but I just want to answer something for Bro Trader, because I think you deserve this answer. So just curious, why not? I sacked for PulseX, and my idea back then was RH was going to use it for initial liquidity. So first of all, that would be an expectation. And we all know around here, the one thing that we for sure, all of us, each and every Hexican should have it in your DNA, that we understand that there is no expectation of profit from work of others. Period. End of story. You cannot expect a profit from the work of others. That money that you sacrifice is gone, daddy, gone. Sack Daddy could go and use it on strippers in Miami if he wants to. And it is not yours anymore. It is no longer yours. You sacrificed it for freedom of speech. Now, let me remind everybody of something. And I think this is where this may come from, why people keep saying this, because nobody in their right mind asks any founder, owner, major stakeholder, are you going to buy more of your stock, of your token, of your company's balance sheet? Nobody asks that. We don't. Why is it in this community that we ask that? Here's to console everybody, though, and to say something. Richard Hart has said it himself. Why would I not buy the thing that I love most with my money? Why would I not? I love Hex more than anything out there. I think it's the most valuable thing out there. Why would I not spend my money on it? I've heard him say, and now I'm counterphrasing it. I'm not saying exactly what he said, but he has said that. And in the stock market, in the stock world, or the business world, we call it a stock buyback. Companies do that. People do that. Now, am I saying he's going to? Paraphrase. Thank you. Paraphrase. He has said so himself that, hey, I would like to own the thing that I love the most, and that's Hex. So out of assumption, you could say, well, probably one of these days, Richard's going to buy some of his own token. More than likely. So that's the other side of the coin. But you should never have expectations of profit from the work of others. Never, ever, 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 especially in this ecosystem. We all know that. We know better than that. But we also know that Richard loves his project. So with that, that's how I'm going to answer that for you guys. All right, everybody. So I'm going to bring somebody else in. Exactly. You answered it too, bro. You understand then. I'm going to bring my buddy, everybody's friend, another captain himself, the Zenith. What's up? Oh.
Captain,
Hey.
permission to report.
Permission to board.
The Expeditionary Force has returned from Las Vegas at the golf course.
Oh.
Force has shot a 46 on the front 9, 42 on the back 9. In agreement, we have noticed that your final order for the final hangout has been given, so we have loaded the cannons with all of the money remaining on the ship, and we are ready to get it going. And sir, we are burning this place down.
What is that? A Cohiba? What is that?
This is a Monte Cristo, sir.
Oh, Monte Cristo. Very nice. Very nice.
Almost had it.
Nice.
There we
Classic.
go. Obviously, we're not going to light it inside for potentially obvious reasons,
Yeah.
but still here to have a good time.
Yeah, you know, we should have we should have well, I don't think we had time. We went and got an ice cream instead. We should have went and got a cigar, huh?
That we should have. I saw the photos from when you did the cigar day before I showed up. I was jealous, man.
Oh, was that in the bougie lounge or the other lounge?
We went, I think you were in the bougie lounge. We went to Tap and Ash.
Okay, that was the day. I missed that lounge, but I went to a lounge before that. I have a buddy lives out in North Vegas, and I went to just the regular dude neighborhood lounge where there's, you know, 2 TVs with football games on, some couches, you know,
I
nothing.
think that's the one that we went to.
Really? Well, that's Tap and
Yeah.
Ash, right? No, this one is actually called En Fuego. En Fuego.
Mm.
And when we go back out to Vegas, I'm going to get a group of people, cigar aficionados, and we'll go. Oh,
Very nice. When I was out there, Twinkie, he dragged me, Mr. Angry Twinkie, by the way, he dragged me to, I think it's in Caesar's Palace, or the shops over there. They have the Arturo Fuente cigar lounge, and he ordered me one of their specialties, which is the tangerine mojito. It was pretty good.
Oh, see, you can get cheap A Fuentes there because that's like a distribution. We have an alert. The SEC interim chair Mark Ueda put this announcement out. It's worth reading. There's an email at the bottom of this announcement. It would be good if we used it. Let your voice be heard, but please, for the sake of the community, do it in a respectful manner. Task Force anticipates holding roundtables in the future, but in the meantime, welcomes public input at What'd you do?
I'm so bad. Sorry. There was show more. So we missed the part where it says, remember Mark Ueda.
Okay, please put the link in the description so people can go there. So guys, This is a public comment time. This means you can go in and comment and give them your questions, your answers, your concerns. And again, do it respectfully.
By the way, this is coming from our good friend Nuclear Herbs. He does put out some good stuff.
Yes, he does. I'm going to grab something real quick. Keep talking.
Will do. By the way, not to shield my own stuff the second that RG3 walks away, but I did a RH Max hosted a stream today with myself and Nuclear Herbs, and we talked about a lot of the crypto actions that are coming out in the first week of the Trump administration. To sum it up, we're kind of blown away by the commitment to crypto and DeFi and all the stuff coming out so far. Mm-hmm. We've talked about how that will potentially factor into the RH case going on right now. But overall, I got to say, like, new administration feels very pro crypto, and the language in which they use to talk about it, it really gives the sense that they're here to protect property rights and here to protect free markets and give people self-custody that they've been asking for a long time. But like Herbs was saying in the bottom of his tweet there, understand the acting SEC chair. He has not been involved in any of the regulation through enforcement in the past. So please don't take the anger out on him. He's just trying to be a good dude, doing a good job at work.
And he is stepping into the gap. It appears at this point. So hats off to him. I like the fact that they did mention DeFi in their roadmap moving forward, and that was really good to see. Real quick, back on the cigars, and we'll get back to crypto.
That's the fun stuff.
I picked this up in Vegas when I was there.
Ooh, what's that? Is that the Arturo Fuente box?
It is the Arturo Fuente 2024 holiday box. So real quick, I want to show you what is actually in this bad boy, right?
Ooh,
so let's
nice.
keep this size closed up for a minute. So, it's missing a couple already. But anyway, the Hemingway Classic, the Double Chateau Fuente is also in there. The Magnum R is in there. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, the Piece de Resistance, right. The Opus X.
Beautiful.
This in Vegas, that's a $260 or a $200 cigar, guys. $200 cigar in Vegas. Now, in a box, it's not. It's, that was in a bougie lounge where they charge $180 for a cigar that is really only worth anywhere from $60 to $80 out in the
SJ has an idea.
world.
There should
Shay, what is your idea?
There should be a cigar hole. Should there not?
I would like to have a cigar hole where everybody's just out there having a cigar.
Yeah. Get to the hole, you hang out, you have your cigar, and then you golf it.
You know what? You just gave me an idea.
Let's go.
RG3 will be cutting and lighting cigars out on whatever hole we can do.
Yeah, I saw you guys talking about the golf tournament earlier. I was trying to get over here. I would say that we DJ and Roundtable ran our book club as per usual. We covered The Creature from Jekyll Island, talking about the Federal Reserve.
Nice. And
our good friend, none other than Johnny Chaos himself, rolled up to and joined the stream and really just laid into us. It was like, here's the point, here's the stuff, here's all the things it dovetails into. And I was trying to get over here as quick as I could, but we may have gone almost an hour over time because we were just talking so much.
Wow. Well, I don't know if you know it or maybe if you've seen it, but Mr. Griffin was on my show. I interviewed him.
He mentioned that
twice.
And we were like, how did we never know about this?
Yeah, he was on my show twice. And we got to talk to him about his book and, and his thoughts on things and his thoughts on crypto. And it was really cool. It was really cool. It's still in the archives there. You can go watch it. But yeah, The Creature from Jekyll Island, which those of you who don't know, it's a real in-depth look at how the banking system and the Federal Reserve and all those things kind of came to be, or the group of people that decided how it was going to be structured and who was going to benefit and who was going to suffer. And the banking system that we have today is based on those people that met at that strange island called Jekyll Island, that they call it, and how they put all that together. And that was back in the 30s, in the robber baron days when they did all of that.
I think it was actually back before that. It was
before that.
It was like right around 1900. Because the Federal Reserve Act was in 1913. I got my notes here. Federal Reserve Act was in 1913. So the Jekyll Island meeting had to be before that. But at the same time, I think like early 1900s.
1909, right. I think. Now the numbers are starting to hit me. I think about 1909 or something like that. But yeah, so he wrote a book about it, all the information that kind of proofs who was there that day and how they got there and who could have possibly been and why. And it was some real good investigative work to put all that together and how it came to be. But good reading, guys, if you want to read something that is historical, kind of puts you down a rabbit hole, and you may not ever come back out of that again. Once you've dove into stuff like that, you kind of end up with like a wormhole in your brain. And I've got plenty of them.
It is a long book. The audiobook is 24 hours long.
Yeah.
I foolishly, 2 or 3 weeks ago, we thought we were going to be ready for a Friday. We were not ready, but I tried listening to that thing as fast as I could on triple speed. It felt like I was having a tinfoil hat fueled fever dream. because they just went through the history of all the different failed banking systems, monetary systems, creation of the Federal Reserve, all the failures under the Federal Reserve and the current US dollar system. It's like, oh my gosh, it's a lot. But there's also some good economic lessons in there, like the 4 types of money, because you have what is it, like commodities, receipt, fiat, and fractional money, and how they all have their pros and cons. And unfortunately, we're on fiat money, which has a lot of cons, baby.
A lot of cons. Depending upon which end of the stick you sit.
This is true. This is very true. If you are a middleman that collects fees for the whole thing, oh, you're fat and happy, baby.
And that's what banks are. Banks are middlemen.
Yeah.
Well,
anyways, the reason I brought that whole tangent up was not to just self-promote, but to say, like, yeah, I saw you guys were talking about the golf tournament earlier. What did I miss?
The girls kind of mutinized the FN Hangout and didn't like the job I was doing on promoting the Pulse 369 event and my butchering of the golf tournament. So they came in and had to straighten the captain out. And yeah.
Ooh, whatever.
So that's what happened.
Though. I'm very thankful. I don't know if I'm giving away too much inside baseball here, but I did get tapped on the shoulder to assist with the Pulse 369 event. And I was in Vegas last week for Charlie and Miguel's Crypto Mindset Meetup. And while I was out there, I swung by the old Desert Pines Golf Club where the event's going to be hosted at to try to shoot some footage. And when I got there, I dropped your name and said, I'm here to help with this event. And the guy was like, yeah, whatever you want. Just take it. And I was like, okay, like how much does my tea time cost? He's like, no, you're good. Just take a cart and go. I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, they absolutely hooked us up. They love hosting this golf tournament. The Elijah is the name of the general manager over there. I mentioned the name of the tournament. He's like, oh yeah, I remember. I was here for the first one. It's fantastic.
Yeah, they like how we do, because it's a serious golf. So the serious golfers are out there seriously golfing, and there is a big prize up for it. And the golfers that come there from outside of the crypto space, they enjoy like having people at their golf club, and then we have fun. We have people out there twerking at the holes, girls washing the ball. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff going on, games and spin wheels and pictures of Richard out there, and full cutouts of Richard and you name it. I mean, just it's almost like a cross between a serious golf tournament and miniature golf, and I'm hopefully going to be out there on a golf cart terrorizing the course. That's my plan.
In my personal opinion, I think that's some of the best ways you can run a golf tournament, unless you got like the hardcore boys out there that are like really trying to like measure handicaps and then play for money. Yeah, doing fun stuff, having hole sponsors. It's a blast. I got the opportunity to play a golf tournament for free during Navy Week down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, when I was still in the Coast Guard and stuff. They had a bunch of sponsors out there. On one of them, they had this par 5 that goes around a big lake, but they had a sponsor there that was like, hey, for $100 as a donation to the cause or whatever, you can shoot the potato cannon effectively. And they help you load the golf ball into the thing, and they gave you a little like aimer, and there's like an angle reader on there. It feels like shooting an artillery piece, but they pressurized it to the exact amount. And if you hold it at the right angle, it would just clear the entire lake and land like perfectly on the green. Stuff like that was fun.
Yeah. Good times.
Definitely.
Good times. Yeah.
By the way,
I'm trying to think of some stuff to do.
Definitely. And I mean, there may be people out there that have done a thing or two to help promote the old conference. I have something for you here if you don't mind.
Let's see. I'll pull that up right now.
It might be an old video, if you will, but let me know if you can't hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the PulseChain Tour Masters Golf Tournament 2024. Zenith is making his approach to the green on this sudden death playoff between himself and Reginald Gerald III, who already completed his putt for birdie. Zenith needs to make this putt right here in order for his dreams of winning that jacket to stay alive. Let's see what he does. Oh, he flubbed it. He missed. He whiffed. He's a loser. I repeat, RG3 wins. Don't make mistakes like that guy. Get ready early for PulseChain Tour Las Vegas 2025, including the Pulse Masters Golf Tournament from March 6th through the 9th. There you go. More of that to come, sir. We got some fresh footage. We're ready to do the sequel.
Right on. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a really good time. Oh man. So cigars, golf tournaments,
Ice cream.
ice cream. Yeah, that was an interesting ice cream parlor, wasn't it?
I thought it was cool.
It was very cool. It was a
called,
throwback to the 80s video games.
80s, 90s retro throwback. A lot of pop culture, a lot of Star Wars, a little bit of Star Trek in there.
Yeah,
but the cool thing was, I mean, I don't know if we skipped a few steps, but yeah, I got the opportunity to hang out with this good sir in Vegas recently, and he took us to the ice cream place to get some stuff, and the lady working behind the counter was actually the owner, and she explained a lot of the inspiration to us as well. And she actually had the tile floor. It was like those little 3-inch tiles. She had it done in like retro 8-bit graphics games. So she had like Mario in the tiles, and I want to say Space Invaders.
Up and down the hallway.
There was another one too.
Yeah.
It was just a cool spot. And the ice cream, I thought it was very good. I got some Rocky Road.
Oh man, I forget what I had. I had some monstrosity of something. It was just a cup though, but it was a whole bunch of different things mixing. It was delicious. But yeah,
absolutely.
she had a cool shop there. That was another place I'd like to haunt and go run by there. And that whole area there, that's kind of North Vegas off the strip, area where you kind of can get away from the crowd for a minute and, kind of like see where the locals shop and eat and, hang out where it's not just, casinos and take you an hour to go across the street and park your car somewhere else. That's a nightmare. When people say, "Hey, let's go to dinner," or where are we going? Oh, let's go to the Cosmo. It's like, oh God, I got to go and get in, take a taxi over there. Do I take my car? What do I do? It's just like, it's a nightmare on the strip.
I hear you. I tried meeting up with some of the boys for brunch, and I was like, yeah, it'll just be like a quick like 10-minute drive to get across there. Oh no. I went from Circus to Planet Hollywood, which is like literally less than a mile, I think. It took me an hour.
And that is why our wonderful event planner, Casey, plans everything so that it is very close. Very close. You don't have to walk far. So
Agreed.
smart.
Where are we doing it at this year?
The conference?
Yeah.
The conference is at the Flamingo, and it's flanked by the Link and the Cromwell, like on either side.
Yes,
So,
I think
The hotels everybody's staying in. Yeah.
Did we do the Link last year?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what it was. Yeah. It was Link and Haraz, I think, was the
Paris,
the hotel and then the area for the actual conference.
Yeah.
I like that. And nearly everything is going to be within for those couple of days. It's all kind of encapsulated in that their area. Excited. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye, SJ. Dude, I know Desert Pines is a little bit of a drive. It was like 15 minutes. That was actually one of the easiest things to get to during my whole trip last week. But I got to say, that course is cool. It's not a very long course.
Oh boy.
It's a shorter course, so it's fun for the people that don't hit it super far. But if you are a good golfer, it's technical and it'll make you think.
Wait, are we having a party?
Well, this is like
lonely. You looked lonely.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad that's what you're here for, because I was like, every time, this is like my safe place, and you come in here, and I'm like, oh shit, my boss is here. It's like if you were on a Friday night hanging out with the fellas, smoking a cigar, drinking a beer, and then the boss shows up, right? It's like, oh man.
Ask DCC and Charlie. I'm a good hang. I'm like the only girl allowed in the boys' club.
I know. Well, that's because you party like the boys.
Hey, watch yourself.
There's been a few. I remember that one.
Heyo.
Oh my gosh. Whatever happened to the code, right? What happens wherever the hell you are stays there.
Yeah.
I just remember one time we were all in this restaurant lounge, and half of us were in one room and half of us were in the other, and the only thing that divided us was a frosted glass, and the images of body parts and things that were being pressed up against the glass against one another was.
What are you talking about? Make yourself clear, sir. This sounds all kinds of wrong. I was no part of this.
I think the people on the other side
were
of the glass
all part of it. I remember.
Right.
What are you talking about?
The dinner in Austin. The dinner in Austin. There was
That's
one
the
room
one. That's the restaurant we got kicked out of
inside.
eventually. Remember?
Yeah. And you were at the table with.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you probably don't remember a whole bunch of it, but
You still have to make yourself clear. That sounded all kinds of wrong.
was I lying?
No, it was. I mean, not technically. So I was with my good friends, the Visions, the Hex Ray,
Hex and
Vision, and the Hex Ray chick, and we were having a good time. None of my body parts ever hit any windows.
I didn't say anything about your body parts. I said that there was frosted glass and Irish.
Very clear.
I specifically remember that things were being pressed up against it that shouldn't have been pressed up against it.
Yeah, we definitely got kicked out of that restaurant. If anybody knows me, like when I do these like private type dinners and whatnot, I'm always the one. I never mind being the one to like step out. Like if somebody last minute's like, I want to join, and I'm like, hey, I'll gladly give up my seat so that you can hang with the captain, Mr. 3 to the motherfucking 3. And I will go and hang out at a bar or another table or whatever. And that's what happened in Austin is we had a bunch of tag-alongs
A lot of
that
people
night.
Yeah,
so we
right.
got a table on the outside of the private room and we acted a donkey.
A
straight
fool.
donkey.
When they finally
But we waited until after we got our food, and paid the bill. So
And here's the thing: after all that work, y'all, all the stress and everything.
Oh yeah, you gotta unwind. Yeah.
Especially you.
Yeah, and I mean, I love my crypto peeps like everybody else.
Yeah.
Hexicans know how to unwind. That's for sure.
It really is something else, y'all. These events, I'm telling you, it's changed my life. Doing this and being a part of it and being a part of this, really being a part of this community. That's I think I saw you earlier, Captain. You talked about you referred to a comment where someone was saying it was toxic, and how really it's not. No, it's not. Like you come to these events, you meet these people in real life. This is my family. Like y'all are the closest people to me in my life, and I've done and seen amazing things, and this is just the beginning, you guys. Yeah. It's just the beginning. Like we're just getting started.
You just can't take yourself too seriously. When it's time to cut loose, it's time to cut loose, and that's what Hexicans do, and Hexicans do it well. That's for sure. They do it well.
I had a discussion about this with a rugby friend recently. I don't play rugby, but I know some boys that do the clubs, and I've seen some of the socials, and I've been invited to a few of them. They're like, yeah, I think we're some of the hardest drinking people out there. And I was like, you're tied for first place with two other groups. First place is military folks on port call. Second place is crypto folks. When the crypto gang gets together, like, go kind of hard.
It's that social awkwardness, I think.
Yeah, I won't. I don't even want to comment on what happens when Marines go on weekend leave. It's completely
Hey, it's a good thing. Yeah, I do have a question for Kaylin here. I know we had a good time hanging out. You organized a beautiful buffet brunch, by the way. Wanted to ask, where are your top brunch spots in Vegas?
Oh, good question. I have answers. So it definitely depends on your price point. The most expensive one, but by far the best one, is at the Wynn. I mean, it's expensive, but it is worth it. When I talk about a high-end spread, it is that plus
Have we been
more.
there for an event yet?
No, we haven't. People give us
this
a lot
is a Hex community.
Yeah, people give us a lot of grief about prices, and when I tell you, I try to keep it as close to nothing, like right there on the visor. That's why RG's always like talking about how much money he spends because I'm always just trying to keep it right there. But no, the Wynn has a beautiful buffet. Caesar's Palace has a great buffet, and the Bellagio has a great buffet. And the one we just did was at the Cosmo. That one was good. I break it top 5, but I would definitely, if I had number 1, money's not an option, I'm going to the Wynn. Yeah,
that's fair. Cosmo was pretty good. We PulseChain Tour did Caesars last year. That was a fun one. They had the big draw was the fresh crab legs or something, wasn't it? The fresh seafood. But I gotta say, I think the VIP room that we had for this last one was fun to hanging out with all the moon gangers and stuff. But I think the ambiance, the decor over at Caesars, I like that one because I just like the windows that overlook the pool. It feels very fancy. So
yes, yeah, and it's nice to have windows to the outside. Like to be able to see more of the interaction. What's typically important, we know Miguel kind of took on an injury that last day, but what's typically important to them is that they kind of have a private space to be able to like really provide that crypto alpha without a whole bunch of background noise.
For sure.
I try to cater to the audience as best as I can. But yeah, we're gonna have a great time this time. If like RG was saying, like the VIP, what I aim for is basically taking care of you, making you feel like a VIP. So the VIP lounge that we have that's right within the conference area, it's going to be lush. So it's not for everybody, and that's why we have tickets at every price point. Our cheapest ticket, the general admission, is $369. Come on, it works, all of it. But you get so much bang for your buck with that. I mean, coming out the gate the first day, you're gonna get open bar. I mean, if you're really about that life, you can get your money's worth right there, right? Like if you're really about that life, I wouldn't advise it, but you could. And
speaking from experience here, going hard on day one of the conference might not be the best idea.
You might miss day 2 and 3, but the good thing about Vegas is that it's always open. So you wake up late, you can still catch up with somebody.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah. So then you got 2 days of conference. And then like I wanted to say this earlier before the captain so rudely kicked us off to talk about cigars. The golf tournament, like I keep trying to tell people that even if you despise golf, like you probably don't despise drinking and hanging out with your friends. And that's what it is for spectators, right? You have bar service, you have food options, and you have a good time. Like the projects are there. Typically they'll do something fun at a hole where you can at least go and check it out. You don't have to golf. You can literally just be a spectator. And that's a ticket option.
Clip
very
it.
Yeah. So I'm just here for the questions. Want to talk about crypto, Cap? I know a lot about crypto.
Sure.
Excuse me. Hey, did you stake your queen pooey? You stake your queen pooey?
No, I didn't.
Julie taught me. Julie showed me how to do that. I thought that was so cool. I mentioned this on my stream with Shill, and she was encouraged by vets to teach other people how to LP. Either Queen and Pulse or Queen and King. And so I had her, I mean, I've done LP before, but I had her walk me through it. Yeah. And then that encouraged me. I was like, you know what? I'm going to send a friend of mine who's not very much into crypto, but she did get a wallet and she's got Hex. And I'm going to send her some Queen and I'm going to teach her how to LP, just to walk her through the steps and be like, hey, this is just another thing that you can do, that you can learn. It's another financial tool. And I know that you're super into that. So that just, it made me think of you because y'all, Caitlin, she's got such a heart for teaching women, especially, like how to make this work for you, how to make this happen for you and your kids, your family. Yeah,
I'm all about it. No, there's so many like fun, encouraging things going on in the space right now. Like it really gets on my nerves, for lack of better words. I don't want to just be a sailor on this stream the whole night, but it sucks when I see people just like going off about the price of just the RH coins, right? He built a chain for a reason so that we could develop it and we could have lots of utility and we could have lots of things going on. And there's so much interesting things going on this chain. Like, of course, I'm never going to get rid of my RH stack. That would be crazy. Like you would never get rid of your ETH, right? If you're playing around on ETH, but that doesn't mean that you just have to like be siloed into one thought process of, oh my gosh, what is the price of Pulse today? There's so many ways that you can experiment in the ecosystem. I freaking love what Axis is doing with the live token. I got a lot of my family members recently back involved in crypto because they were all kind of, everybody gets salty when it's bear market.
Yeah.
But the fact that you can, do this rebate system that essentially gives you, depending on where the rebate is, but it could be almost like a free buy-in, right? Like you buy that Axis, you put it in, you lock it up, and then you get the rebate of the Alive token. I mean, now your Axis will still be there, and now you have your liquidity, in the Alive token. There's so many interesting things like that. PTGC is flying, has been doing well. I was just I'm in, of course, because of the DCC bunch, I'm in a lot of those groups, and a lot of those guys kind of just got turned on to it. And I'm seeing them all excited, like, bro, I bought 5,000 PTGC, and like today I had more. They're like, where'd that come from? So like they're like seeing how, just from holding the coin, you're just getting more of it and all that kind of stuff. So it's a fun time to be in crypto.
Absolutely. I think the Alive token that Axis launched, I think that's an interesting one. A good description I had for somebody recently was like, this is kind of a social experiment where he designed a system that the rebate changes based on the current ratios and also how long you stake a thing. And it literally is asking you the question, how much of a rebate or how much of a return do you need to stake this, and for how long too? Like it's asking people that question, and then they answer it by where they actually take advantage of it. Because if you watch it, that ratio fluctuates, and the amount of rebate you get back for that stake, it changes.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, by the way. I still got the poker chip that he gave me when he was out there for last year's PulseChain tour. These things are sweet. I also got the Crispy Man 1. I don't know why. I just like the poker chips. They're fun, and they shuffle in the hands very nicely.
Have you ever... I know we we were around each other a lot in Vegas, but I don't think we've ever like sat at a table. That is like,
what are you have personally given me shit for how I play
craps, but that's not sitting at a table. That's like standing at a table. Like
you guys were closing down the ship's casino every night.
Like when you're sitting at a table, you have chips in front of you, and I am like one of those people that shuffle my chips the entire time. Like I'm always shuffling. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm that person.
That's true. I recently taught myself how to actually shuffle chips, and I just keep this stack at my desk. And I did the muscle memory, figured out how to do it with both hands. I'm not quite there yet where I incessantly do it at a table, but that's me in a deck of cards. I don't know why, just me shuffling cards, it just feels good. And it's just second nature. But yeah.
Oh, you guys, this feels like a real FN hangout.
That's what we're doing.
Oh,
we're just hanging out, guys.
It feels like a work meeting with you two in here.
I knew it. I knew he was gonna say that.
Wait a minute. This is my stream time. I feel like I'm at work right now.
Dude, I haven't asked you to do one thing yet.
Yet.
Yeah, that is the key word there.
Check your messages, RG. Check your messages.
Cracking a whip.
Task manager coming in. Heads up. Yeah, jeez.
So what are you most excited about, Captain?
Seeing Hexicans I haven't seen in a long time. I know they show up at Vegas, and my good friends that show up there. That's the part I like. I like cutting loose at an event like this, because it's going to be, when we get to a town, we go in, we work, we hustle, get up early that morning, we get there, we're out there taping down, wires, and Captain's asses crack is hanging out, and everybody's, come flowing in. And then by the time it's all over, we get to hang out and eat dinner with everybody, and then, cut up for a little bit, and then that's it. But this is going to be like a few days of relaxing, having a good time.
Yeah, so you thought.
Right?
There it is. There's the work meeting. It's coming back.
See, I was trying to sneak that in there where
whoever decides to sponsor this cigar hole, RG's not allowed.
I'm definitely going to put an idea together for one of the holes as a cigar hole. Yes.
Oh, We already did though.
I mean, if you want to get authentic with it,
I got schooled about
Tap
it.
and Ash that we went to, they have house rolled cigars. So you can
Oh,
do
so
like
does
the
my
local,
buddy. Yeah.
There you go. Do the local Vegas spot with the hand rolled cigars. Ooh, choice.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what I'm planning is to go utilize that shop to get some cigars and stuff out there, and the captain will sponsor something and put gifts out there for everybody.
Oh, DJ
Yeah,
Pollywood is in the chat. I love him. I miss you, Polly.
Wally, there's another
Oh,
one. There's another one that I
I
haven't
miss
seen
you.
forever.
Hi,
Gosh.
Polly.
Ooh, now those stories with Polly, we can't talk about none of those.
True. Real quick, I think I have a chat here for me. Moondog is saying, Zenith, when you find Will, ask him about Life Force Blood Challenge coin he recently got for his support of the IRL/crypto friends. There you go. The IRL friends sending crypto to each other. We even got a blood and a pirate flag next to it. I will ask Will about that.
Yeah.
Hollywood, you're coming
Well-
to Vegas, right? Tell me you're coming to Vegas. Let's go.
Yeah, Paulie, where you at? You coming to Vegas? You better start heading out there now. I know how long it takes you to get across the
Beautiful
country.
man across the country again. Yo, we caravanned. For those of you that don't know, the first year that the three of us here, minus Zenith, did the PulseChain tour in the US, I drove the PulseChain tour bus from state to state, all the way from, well, I was originally in Texas to Cali. The tour started in Northern California. From Cali to Portland to Seattle to Boise, I think. Like I did a couple little.
Oh, no, you
Boise-
didn't drive to Denver. I was gonna say then we went to Denver, but you didn't drive there.
I didn't drive,
keep
yeah.
going.
Boise. I did not drive. I did drive to Denver. I drove to Denver because I parked at Moxie's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then from Denver up to Chicago and parked it in Chicago. Left it in Chicago, flew to New York, flew back to Chicago, drove it to Atlanta, flew to Florida, drove it from Atlanta to Texas, and Texas to Arizona and back to California, where it is now.
Woo.
Toot toot, beep beep. But yeah, at the stint from, I think it was from Polly, where did we drive? It was like basically from Cali to Denver, I think. They did that whole part with me. It was some Hexican and DJ Pollywood in their vans. It was just so, it was just so awesome. Like I've been on the road, right? Like as a single woman out there a while, and I fear nothing. Like that's just who I am. That's how I am. But it was really nice to have a couple friends just out there caravanning with me. That's this community, you guys. That is Hexico. Let's go.
Absolutely. By the way, I think Hex Monkey, I saw him up in here. He said Hex fam forever. Absolutely. Hex Monkey isn't a guy that streams very often, if at all, but he is a guy that shows up to the hangouts and he's fun to hang out with. I'll just say that.
They don't make him any better than him. He's just that kind of human being.
Top notch.
Remember, if you guys don't remember a guy that used to be around, we haven't seen him in a long time. But Funding Jim got deathly ill, and it was he was traveling, got deathly ill, and Monkey literally took him in, took care of him, made sure he didn't die. I mean, he was it was bad. He was really, really sick. And Monkey just took him in and took care of him for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. Really,
But
really
that
cool.
just happened with a good friend of ours. Kool-Aid has, been in and out of the hospital, surrounded by Will, side effects, Moondog. I think at least one other Hexican has kind of come through and helped out with stuff. And how cool is that? Like we really are here for each other, and we really are building this community from the ground up.
Yep,
Most definitely.
Out.
And she's out.
There she
Look at that.
goes.
There she goes.
Well, SJ disappears.
Oh, well, now I feel like I'm messing up the boys club. So
I thought you
You're
were
not
one of the
messing
boys.
up.
I thought you were in that club. Oh, and she's gone too. I don't know if it's I was gonna say your organizer just left, but I was gonna ask. I think on the calendar right now, Vegas is actually the last event that's published for PulseChain Tour. You guys planning on doing anything else?
It is. It is. So what we've done is, we've been touring for the last 2 years, and it's been stressful on all of us and our families and everything else. Kayla and I both have kids and families, and SJ is settling herself down with her family in Cali. So having some time off the road and planning an event like this in Vegas, and then planning another one for next year is really like where we're at. That's what we feel like, one a year, make it a bigger event, make it a better event, focus on one versus trying to travel the whole world and make this happen and make that happen. And I think it's better to, focus your attention on one location and make it grand. And Vegas is the great place to do that. It's easy for the whole world to get there, and people like going there. It's a playground of the world. So
that it is. I mean, I hope I'm not part of the cause for killing all the other events, because I kept telling people, if you're going to go to one of the PulseChain Tour events, go to Vegas. It's far and away the premier one that a lot of people go to, partly for the travel reasons, and it's America's playground pretty much. But I got to say, every PulseChain Tour I've been to has been a good time. Whether it was that first one I went to in Arizona, where it was like 20 of us hanging out in an apartment penthouse, and you even cooked for everybody. That's how small it was. But that was an absolute blast of a time. I still have my very first hangout photo with you and SJ, and I was a young influencer, if we will, and very awkward. And hopefully we've grown a little bit since then. But gosh, all of them have been fun. And to be honest, I think that New York City one is going to go down in history pretty good. That was a once in a lifetime opportunity.
And there was a cause behind that one, with all of us being there for Richard, and it turned into so much more than I thought it would be. I really thought that it was going to be a nothing burger, but being there in that courtroom and feeling the energy and just watching the different emotions from the judge, the defense, the two teams, the plaintiffs, the SEC, just seeing the positioning of all of them, and watching the SEC getting their asses handed to them, basically. And it was marvelous. I mean, it was, if you weren't there and you had just heard they did this, it was technicality, blah, 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 the judge is going to rule on it later, you wouldn't really think much. You wouldn't really be bullish or excited. But when we all left there, we were like fist pumping. We were like, that was badass. Richard's lawyers owned them fools.
Absolutely. I know, for anybody that's ever been to traffic court to go fight a speeding ticket every once in a while, you may know that reality is often not what you see on TV, which is, instead of these grand courthouses and the fancy rooms with all the mahogany, no, you show up to traffic court and it's pretty much just like an office building. But no, this one was the exception. The federal courthouse in Brooklyn is a skyscraper of a building, giant 12-foot windows overlooking the Brooklyn Bridge with the Manhattan skyline in the background and a giant American flag flying. And then we get into the actual courtroom, and it is like what you see on TV.
It is the mahogany wall up to the ceiling. Yeah.
The high ceilings. You see Lady Justice in there as well. And then also seeing the SEC guys show up, and then also just, I think you coined it, Axe Murderers Row, which was Richard Hart's legal team with a full bench like an NBA game. Oh man, that was cool to see. And then afterwards, everyone was, gosh, we couldn't wait to jump up out of the pews and go talk to all the legal team, and they were excited to talk to everybody too. It was amazing. It was like after a pro game, all the reporters are huddled around, trying to get an interview, trying to ask questions and just chat and stuff. It was an absolute blast. And I will not forget our good buddy Will Stevenson. I don't know if he is such a genuine human being, but I think he might have been slightly trolling. When the SEC lawyers left, he shook hands with each and every one of them and did the post-game line handshaking thing. It was good game. Thanks for coming out. Good game. It was funny though, because he also rode up in the elevator with them. He didn't know who they were at first. And he's like, yeah, you guys here for the Richard Hart thing? And they're like, yeah. He's like, oh yeah, cool. What you guys think about it? And they go, we're here for the SEC.
It's
that was an absolute blast.
Swallowed his gum.
And I will not forget our stream on the bench with RH Max. That's over on his channel. We had the rotating cast of people coming over on the bench, hanging out, hopping on the stream. And then Will Steven, just out of the blue, just calls up the nearest pizza places. I need 17 pizzas in this park right now. So we were all just hanging out afterwards, having pizza in the park.
And then we had pizzas. We had pizzas left over, so we saw a soccer team over on the other side of the park.
Yeah.
We called them over. Hey, you guys! They're like, really? Like, yeah. We're just here for a legal case. Have some pizzas, and we fed the soccer team too.
Oh, that was awesome. And even before the actual hearing, I'm like, gosh, I was planning on showing up like 1 hour before because I thought that was normal procedure for everything I've done. No, the hearing was at like 2 p.m. I want to say. Will called me at 11 a.m. It was like, dude, why aren't you here yet? I was like, what? And he's like, yeah. I don't know if you're gonna get a seat. You got to get over here right now. People were waiting outside, just hanging out the entire time. That was an absolute blast.
Yeah, it was. And having the room, like you said, the room looking like it did, a real courthouse,
once in a lifetime. Yep.
Once in a lifetime, real, it doesn't get any more real, like you said, than the New York skyline at the federal building. And then having that room full of respectful, quiet, well-dressed Hexicans, and the guy at the door, the bailiff or whatever he was, telling the rest of them, no, you guys have to go to the overflow room. The room's already full. And it was like, yes. And not that I'm saying that for the people that had to get pushed over to the overflow room, but because we filled up that room and another room. And that was just awesome support, seeing all the Hexicans filling up the two rooms and stuff. It was that was victory right there. It was, with everything else that went on, the fact that we were all there, and that even, and probably like a little cherry on top was when the SEC made a snide comment about us, about the gallery.
Oh, yeah, no. What they were referring to in particular in this one, they were trying to establish that like a lot of U.S. investors were involved. And then they made a comment about like, well, if you want to know how many people in the U.S. are invested in this, we could ask the peanut gallery back there. Little did they know that we packed that courthouse with people from international destinations.
Yes.
We went international for this. There were many people that were not U.S. citizens that packed that courtroom because they wanted to be there for that.
Yeah. And the judge, when they thought they had got one over, the judge was like,
not today.
No, not today, guys. She was like, I'm not even going to address that. Like, you fucked up. I'm not even going to address that. and then they were just like, oh, that didn't go like we planned. Like, shut up.
That's the story of that day for the SEC. It did not go as they planned.
It did not go as they planned. That's for sure. So anyway, all right, my man. Well, we're going to call it a night. I've got an 8-year-old that wants to spend a little bit of time with me before I get on the road here in the next 2 days. So we're going to call it. Thanks for coming, man. I appreciate you showing up.
What, you're going to post a title? It's like, it's the last hangout. And you think I'm not going to show up? I tried finding a bottle of champagne to pop on stream with you, but I didn't have one in the house, unfortunately. Come on.
That's SJ. That's SJ that did that. She was.
That's fair. She got me good.
No, not anytime soon, man. They're gonna have to pry me away from this thing. And although I could sure use a break, it ain't gonna happen yet.
Look, if you need a break from hosting the FN Hangout, I may have a team or know a few people that would love to carry on this tradition while you are traveling.
You guys are the best, and yeah, I'm hoping that you can help me with that. I'm gonna do my best to actually stream from Portugal when I'm in Portugal.
Oh, that sounds beautiful. Oh, you're heading out there probably at a good time too, because I know. Gosh, we were over on the stream earlier today. We were all comparing how cold it is where we are. And like everyone's talking about how in the nighttime it gets down to single digits, and then Nate, our boy up in Michigan, posts like a -26. We're just like, oh God.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
So please enjoy your time in Portugal and enjoy your time with your family, obviously. But in the meantime, I tell you this: the Hexicans, we're gonna keep it going regardless. And for all the people out there saying like, "Oh, you have that streaming money," people, there is zero money in this. We are doing this because we enjoy hanging out with each other and because we enjoy having a good time. That's why we go to Vegas. We hang out for everything outside of Pulse Store as well, including Pulse Store, and then we just keep doing all this stuff as well. I mean, like, shoot, Moondog's in here hanging out with him has been an absolute blast as well. I'm probably gonna make a pilgrimage down to Texas and go see Kool-Aid in person as well. I've only been on the phone with him lately, but definitely want to go hang out with him as well.
Right on, right on. All right, Jen. Thanks for coming, man. All right, everybody. We'll catch you next week. Take care. See you. Bye.